everybody. I did a deck modification video a few days ago with this Liminal Tarot, and it suddenly occurred to me after I modified the deck and showed it to you that I'd never done a walkthrough, so I thought that might be kind of fun to do today. So in case you didn't see the other video, this Liminal Tarot had a band of color down below and on top, and I took my trimmer and my corner rounder and took care of that, and I think the deck looks much nicer. So there are a few cards in this deck that I absolutely love, and there are others that I'm just sort of not too thrilled with. So as is the case with almost every deck I own, I seem to really love certain of the cards and others I don't care for. So hopefully one day I'll find that deck that really speaks to my heart with every single card that's in the deck. But until then, I'll just have to keep buying more. Good excuse, right? So anyway, this is as I said, the Liminal Tarot. Now this is a deck that was printed several years ago, and it was limited edition. There were only like 200 decks made, and if you find them on eBay, they're for several $100s a piece. But this particular deck is a reprint, and you can order it and print it yourself from, I believe it's called makeplayingcards.com. So that's where I ordered the deck. It cost me about $30 or $35 with shipping and everything, so that seems to be well worth it. So let me just go through the cards. They're not in order, and I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of what they look like. Here is a page of discs. I love this page of discs. I like that it's a little girl. I love the colors. They could be a little more intensely colored to make it more contrasty. There are a lot of cards in this deck that I felt like they needed better contrast to be able to see the image better. But this is a very sweet card. Looks very disc-ish with the earth tone colors, so I like that. Here we have the 10 of discs. Again, you've got the discs going up the wall. You've got the feeling of completion, wealth, having the inheritance to pass along, success in a business, however you look at the 10 of discs. Here we have the King of Discs. Again, a really nice card that I like. It's got a rather pleasant face. The colors are nice. It matches the other two disc cards that we saw, color-wise. I like that he's got bulls on both sides of his chair, because bulls to me sort of go along with the suit of discs, or pentacles. Here we have the Queen of Discs. Very sweet. Instead of a rabbit, she's got a little white goat there. I love the coloration, but I just feel like it could have used a little more contrast in these cards. But other than that, I love them. I love this Knight of Discs. I like the stability feeling. It's very traditional to see the Knight of Discs on a horse that's not moving. There you go. And next we have the 9 of Discs. Another beautiful, beautiful card. I love this one. 8 of Discs. Well, I guess the deck kind of is in order. I didn't realize how I had it set up here. 8 of Discs, some accomplishment. I love this 7 of Discs too. Waiting to reap her harvest there. It's just beautiful. I love that one. Here we have the 6 of Discs. This is another card that I absolutely adore. Instead of getting a handout, this guy is it's kind of a sing for your supper type of a card. He's playing music, he's receiving a tip, or he's a street musician. Really nice. I love the tree in the background. Very nice card. 5 of Discs, very traditional Rider-Waite, sort of ho-hum, but it gets the job done. This card, I've never met a blue person, and I don't think I ever will. So I don't particularly care for this 4 of Discs. If it wasn't for his blue skin, I would probably enjoy it quite well. 3 of discs. Very nice. The foundation of his work. Here's another one that I really don't like. The 2 of discs. It looks like a mummy that's unraveling with some kind of a weird hat. Not fond of that card at all. And the Ace of Discs. As I said, I like the bowl for the disc suit. So this is really nice. I like this Ace of Discs. Alright, now we have the cups. King of Cups. And you see we've moved the color palette into the underwater kind of aqua and blue. A little bit of purple, an orange for contrast. I like that he's got the electric eels around him. Kings are associated with fire and energy, so that's nice. Here is the Queen of Cups. Very pretty. The Knight of Cups. This one's okay. Kind of cute. A giant seahorse. I think I would have liked some of these court cards better if I could have seen the faces of the individuals in the cards a little better. See, this card is very difficult. Not enough contrast, but it's very pretty. This Page of Cups. Here's the 10 of Cups. Pretty nice. Gives you a nice feeling of conviviality. Here is the 9 of Cups. Your cup runneth over. Very nice. I love this 8 of Cups. Isn't that gorgeous? Really nice. Okay. Here's another card I really love. 6 of Cups. Very, very pretty. Here is the 5 of Cups. Again, this one is one that I really like. The sun is shining on the 2 cups behind her that are full, but all she can see are these 3 spilled cups. Very Rider Waite. Here's a 4 of Cups. I love this card too. So cute. Fullness. Nice. And I love this 3 of Cups. There are so many cards in this deck that I really, really love. Isn't that just beautiful? It speaks of a party, celebration. Really, really nice. Here's the 2 of Cups. I love this card as well. I love the yin and yang. I love the waterfall behind. It's just beautiful. And the Ace of Cups, which is sort of ho-hum to me. It's an ace, so I don't know why there are 2 fish, but I see that there's 1 cup. All right. Here we have the Knight of Wands. I'm not too fond of him. His head looks too small for his body, and it's so close in color to the chair behind him, you can hardly make him out. But there's the King of Wands. I love the volcanoes in the background, carrying out the fiery theme. Here we have the Queen of Wands. She's in a little bit better proportion. I love her cat. She's pretty nice. Good card. I love this Knight of Wands. Look at him. Coming through the ring of fire. Awesome. Coming right at you. And then here we have the Page of Wands. It sort of looks like a... she's like the flame on a candle. So it's sort of that initiatory feel. And she's holding a flame in her hand, lighting a candle with it. Beautiful. And even the top of her head where the hair is looks like it's a wick of a candle. Really cute card. Very imaginative. Okay, then we're going to go through the rest of the wands. Here's the 10 of Wands. Nothing too special. Here is the 9 of Wands. Again, pretty typical depiction of the 9 of Wands. 8 of Wands, pretty typical Rider Waite. the addition of a person. I like that they've got the baggy pants and you can really see the wind blowing through. Seven of Wands. Typical Rider-Waite, nothing too unusual or special there. Okay, now we're back. We've gone to a different suit here. I have the cards mixed up a bit. Here's the Ten of Swords, Rider-Waite. Nothing too special. Same with this Nine of Swords. Nothing imaginative there, nothing particularly interesting. Here's the Eight of Swords. Pretty typical of Rider-Waite. I like that they added the birds in this card, because to me the swords are air associated and they should have birds in there too. Here we have the Seven of Swords. Very nice. Typical Rider-Waite. I like this Six of Swords. Sailing away but through the air. Love that. Here is the Five of Swords. See if I can get my hand out of the way. It's a pretty typical Rider-Waite image. Four of Swords. Again, I really like this interpretation of the Four of Swords. Resting but in the clouds, up in the air. Beautiful. Three of Swords. Typical Rider-Waite, nothing too imaginative, although they did put her up in the clouds, so that kind of helps. There's rain, but it's raining roses, so that kind of helps to improve the outcome of your card there. Here's the Two of Swords. I love this card. You can see two images of a woman, one on top of the other. She's got the two swords. A lot of the air elements. I don't know if you can tell. There's one image of a woman here and another one right down below. So pretty cool. I love this Ace of Swords. The eagle is just perfect for the Ace of Swords. Okay, now this is a card that could have used a little more contrast, but this is the Angel or the Judgment card. And you can barely make that angel out. The people down below, or those rising from the dead, you can see them pretty well, but the rest of the card, it's very difficult. Needed more contrast. Would have been beautiful if it had had a little more contrast to it. And I love this Sun card. Isn't that absolutely the cutest thing you've ever seen? I love it. The one little kid has a fox suit and the other's got a bear suit. Nice sunny day, enjoying the weather. The Moon. This is pretty nice too. This is an imaginative card. The water. We've got the crawfish there. Very pretty. Here's a very nice star. The star itself is the woman. She's merged with the star and she's pouring water on land and into the sea. Beautiful. It's a beautiful star. Here's Adjustment or Justice. Now this card, to me that doesn't speak to adjustment. It's more like more balance. But I suppose that's a side of adjustment. It's not so much about justice. It's more about balance. So that's one factor with this deck. Here we have the Tower. This is a great Tower card. I love it. Perfect. Temperance. See, to me, that woman balancing on the ball with the two babies, that would have been a better Temperance card. But this is a good one as well. Very nice. The Hanged One. Again, it needs contrast to be able to see the image. It's just sort of amorphous, kind of yellow and white and green all blending together. It's very difficult to see that it's a hanged person. But that's what it is. And I love this Strength card. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That's kind of on the verge of not having enough contrast, but it does have enough contrast, so it's fine. Such a pretty lion. Here we have the Hermit. This is more emphasizing the light of the Hermit than the Hermit himself, but it's still a pretty nice card. I like that one. The Chariot. We've got dragons to replace the horses. They're two different colors, which is something I look for in the Chariot. Pretty nice Chariot card, not too different from Rider-Waite. Here we have the Lovers. Again, this card could have used a little more contrast. It's very soft and pastel and very pretty, so it gets across the idea of love. Here we have the Priestess. Very beautiful on her throne. Got the pillars behind her. It's kind of hard to see them because there's not a lot of contrast. She's on the water. Nice Priestess card. Here's the Fool. I don't really like the perspective of looking up at the Fool from below him. But it's cute. He's got his kite. He's not watching where he's going. The dog's got the kite string as well, so they're going to both go down together, it looks like. Okay, next we have the Page of Swords. Really cute. I like how they used little girls for the pages in this deck. Again, this could use a little more contrast. Very difficult to see the image. If you had a dimly lit room, it would be almost impossible to see this card. Page of Swords. I love the image. It just needs a little contrast is all. I don't know. Knight of Swords. Very nice image. That really jives with my personal interpretation of the Knight of Swords as kind of an altruistic warrior. So there he is. Charging to his task at hand. Here we have the Queen of Swords. I like how she's sitting on her throne of books. Wonderful. So you really get the feeling of, she's very similar to a Justice card, but to me the Queen of Swords is supposed to impart that idea of balance, fairness, insight, knowledge, and I love the owl. Wisdom. Great card. Here we have the King of Swords. He's got his couple of birds there on top. Makes a good match for the Queen there. Okay, now we're back to the Wands. Ace of Wands. I love the salamander, a typical elemental that has been associated with the element of fire. Ace of Wands. It was said that salamanders could temper the fire with their breath. Two of Wands. There's a dragon for the fire theme. Three of Wands. Very nice. Four of Wands. That's pretty nice as well. Rather plain, but nice. Oh, I don't know what happened to the 5. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Here's the 6 of Wands. Sort of a religious figure with the halo behind his head. Bunch of followers in front. 6 of Wands. Here's the Magus. Really a busy card. But if you look, you can see the table with the symbols of the elements and all his magical tools. So it's pretty cool. I like that Magus. Here we have the Empress. I love this card. It's so cute. It's beautiful. We've got the feeling of nature, and there's sun and moon. the dragon there for a little fire. Then she's got kind of the squirrel up in the tree there. Very nice. In place of the world, we have Anima Mundi. So a rather simplistic card. Not a lot of contrast, but it looks like a winged creature of some sort. It almost looks like a skeleton or an X-ray. You know, the difficult thing with this deck is there is no book. There's not even a little white book, and you would have to buy a book separately. I believe it's $24.95 on Amazon. You can actually buy the book, but I have not done so. Here's Fortuna for Wheel of Fortune. Very nice. I actually really like that Wheel of Fortune card. There's the Five of Wands, and it's actually colored so nicely that you can actually see the image. It's not so low contrast as many of the other cards in the deck. Five of Wands. Here's the Seven of Cups. She's sitting in number 7. That's kind of a cute one. Here we have the Emperor. You know, I would almost expect that bird to be a parrot on his shoulder. He looks like a pirate. All he needs is a patch on his eye. We've got the pirate ship there behind him. He looks like he's in a ship. Maybe it's just me, but that looks like a pirate. Doesn't look like an emperor. Although I suppose he could be. The Emperor of the High Seas. And I love this Hierophant card. It's beautiful. Look at that tree. It really gives you the sense of tradition and institutions, stability. The Hierophant. That's just beautiful. Very imaginative and very beautiful. Here we have the Devil. He's got the leash there with the collar. No supplicants though. And here we have Death. You can kind of see Death embracing that, looks like something, a person that's turning into a bird. So I guess the idea is to show transformation. Your soul transforming from one life into another. Looks like kind of a abstract scythe above. It's different. I don't know if I really like it, but it's different. It gets the idea across. All right, so that's the end of the Liminal Tarot, my little walkthrough. Here, you've seen the cards after I did my trim job. Here is a little bit of information here. Between the worlds there is another. Neither this nor that, here nor there. One, yet strangely two. A world perhaps of dreams. This is the threshold. And of course, that's the meaning of the word liminal. It means standing on the threshold of two worlds. So very cool. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this deck walkthrough, and I will talk to you again next time.